Welcome to the Barn Bards, everybody! Today we're crafting modular terrain that's not just any terrain, it's a post-apocalypse in a box. Come check it out. That's right, inside this super cool Fallout-themed lunchbox lies a 3D printed Shanty Shack for your wasteland excursions. It's designed to be carried and deployed wherever your adventures take you. So now you can have your Doomsday anywhere, and during any time, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It may be a little bit over the top, but I wanted to add magnets to the base of these Shanty Shack walls so they would store well inside a lunchbox, and I could take them where I wanted to go. I don't know who started the trend, but DMs fitting gaming supplies into cool little boxes is nothing new. Crafters have been making stash boxes since the old days, but having a magnetized modular Shanty Shack that locked into a rad-ass Fallout lunchbox was an idea I just couldn't let go. The Shanty Shack was printed on an Artillery Genius direct extrusion printer, which really is a super sweet unit. It's nice and quiet, very user-friendly, and not too bad on the old pocketbook. Of course, 3D printing tech is evolving fast. It's a moving target, but I personally feel a good setup for a discerning crafter would be to have a printer like this, and possibly a reliable resin printer to knock out your smaller, higher detailed elements like minis and such. And I wanted to point out the STL files for the Shanty Shack were provided by Terrain for Print, which I found on Thingiverse, a famous internet hub for 3D printing files. Marcus, who is the artist for these files, has really knocked it out of the park with this modular project. So I encourage you to check out his space, send him some support. I'll leave a link in the info so you can visit Terrain for Print and hopefully make your own Shanty Shack. You may be surprised to find that whether you're printing with the direct extrusion unit or a resin one, there's a fair bit of prep and cleanup involved in both printing procedures. 3D printing, it's an intimate experience that one has with their machine, and if you're willing to tend to these details, the rewards are certainly worth it. We all know magnets are fun, and there are certainly numerous videos out there showing clever applications of how they can up your craft game. And of course, the Barn Bards, we're all over it. You can use magnets to hold modular terrain together, or even cause the illusion of levitation for certain smaller game pieces you might have. I personally like to have a variety of magnets, different sizes in my craft box, because you never know when the creative inspiration will hit. Is magnetizing the Shanty Shack walls necessary for this project? Probably not, but the result sure is cool, and to be completely forthright, having these walls locked into the lunchbox with the magnets, it really does improve the transportability of this feature. With everything printed and magnets set, all that was left to do was paint. If you're new to crafting and a little worried about your painting skills or building skills, certainly suggest starting out with post-apocalyptic themed terrain. You can make mistakes and no one will notice. It is the wasteland after all, and everything's all jacked up. So it's a great genre to cut your teeth on when it comes to crafting. The next step was to set waterslide decals that look like graffiti onto the Shanty Shack walls using microset and microsol solutions, which help meld the decals smoothly onto the surface. One trick that may come in handy if you're using decals is to set them on a wet sponge after cutting them out to release them from their backing. And then after setting these decals, the final last step was to cover the entire shack in a clear coat of matte acrylic to protect it from the elements. And that's it for the Shanty Shack. just a fun little idea to throw out there into the weave. This project, it's actually meant to be the first component, a much smaller component of a larger portable post-apocalyptic terrain project that the Barn Bards plan on bringing to you here in the future. So be sure to stay tuned, and thanks for dropping by. We'll see you on the old internet or in the next post-apocalyptic Armageddon lunch gathering. All right, gang, have a good one. See you later.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.